All right, now we've gotten into the way to actually get some of this stuff done: desire, intent, faith, belief, etc. This is the third video in this series, so here goes.
On our vision. One of the things that we might also recognize is that on our journey, we might become clearer as to what we desire to experience, our vision. So these end up being the four important aspects of your journey in relation to your vision. Whether you have clarified your vision to a large degree or are going to continuously clarify your vision. Because as mentioned, there are multiple areas of life. So it could be a specific goal, specific vision, or a ever-evolving vision. Regardless, these four elements are going to be an important part of your journey. So we're going to get into discussion in relation to these elements, and we're going to go through another exercise. So the vision, that which we prepared in the last video, is something that we desire to see brought forth. So we can see it as the vision is the ability to perceive a future potential with our imagination. We can imagine ourselves at an end. We can see ourselves at that end. We can picture in our mind's eye, or we can construct either through statements or a vision board something that we desire to see brought forth. Now, these four elements play an important role, so let's get into a discussion about them. Number one is desire. So one of the things that I'd learned from Think and Grow Rich is that the journey begins with a desire. Everything begins with a desire to achieve, the desire to create something, the desire to experience something. There is a desire. And this desire can be looked at as a strong feeling or a feeling of wanting to have something or wishing for something to happen, as in you want to have a particular experience. Now we formulate in our mind's eye or through our statements, which we did in the last exercise, a vision or a definite chief aim. This desire is then translated over to a vision. We desire to achieve something, be it the business success, the relationship, and so forth. Now, during the journey, what we want to do is purify our intent. One of the things that we're going to notice on this journey is the degree of congruence to our vision or elements that seem to be interpreted from within via our beliefs, which we'll talk about in a moment. We call them limiting beliefs or disempowering beliefs that seem to create unnecessary convolution experiences on our day-to-day life, as well as internal friction in relation to the different aspects of the model, the environment, the capabilities, the behaviors. All of these kinds of interpretations that we give to them, these particular elements related to certain behaviors, environments, and so forth, are formed from within. We are the ones interpreting. You are the only one interpreting reality. Even if I suggest something to you, or anybody has suggested anything to you, you're at the stage right now where you can recognize that you can choose to believe what I'm saying. And you can choose also to reject what I'm saying or what anyone else says to you for that matter. You have a higher degree of conscious awareness about the importance of what information you allow to be impressed on your subconscious. What we want on the journey to realizing our vision is an ever-purifying intent. So intent can be looked at as resolved or determined to experience / do / be / live / embody something. So when we look at our model here, we have our vision. We want to embody the identity or the self-image that is reflective of the vision, which is going to be what happens as you go through this program and you continue to work with this information. As a result, we evolve our beliefs and values within to be in alignment with the vision, who we really are, and what we desire to experience, as well as the same goes with capabilities, which are the skills, the behaviors, and the environments. We want congruence. We want to feel one with. When our vision, our identity, values, and beliefs, capabilities, behaviors, and environments are aligned to a large degree, you don't have to be perfect at it, we notice a more flow-based journey to the destination. Things make a lot more sense. We're able to have interesting understandings about ourselves on the journey, and if needed, identify any limiting or disempowering beliefs within ourselves and change them. So the purer our intent, the more automatic we will be able to move forward towards our vision of building the business success or whatever it is that we desire to experience. Because then we embody the self-image of the vision. However, we may have within ourselves subconscious programming, beliefs specifically, that are not in harmony with that vision, not in harmony with the identity that we want, which we want to change. So, simply put, intent is the commitment to carrying out an action or actions in the future in relation to the vision. So whatever skills, whatever things you know you have to do in relation to the vision, you are one with it, and you feel less and less resistance to doing those things you know you have to do on the journey. Intention or intent can also be looked at as involving mental activities such as planning and forethought. So this doesn't mean overthinking. What it means is accurate thinking. You have the right amount of thought processes, not in an overwhelming way, that are revealed as a result of removing the convoluted and unnecessary beliefs and belief systems that perhaps we have in our subconscious that seem to surface as a result of whatever kinds of experiences we have in life. We call this reactivity. So you have a business deal that you want to do, but you feel very reactive during the business deal. You find yourself not expressing as ideally as you would like to express. When you identify what this reactivity is, and let's say you identify it and relate it back to fear of criticism, as in you are afraid of being criticized, we then find perhaps a belief or a belief system that is within ourselves. And this gives us an opportunity to change this belief so that what when happens is when we, and by the way, changing it subconsciously, not just consciously thinking a belief, we work with it at a subconscious level, so that when we show up, we feel less resistance, or automatically we don't think the way we thought before when we were doing that business deal. And so as a result, we don't overthink before the deal, during the deal, after the deal. We think as needed, not overthinking, as needed to move forward with the deal or whatever aspect of the journey, be it a skill you're doing or even behavior. For example, a person may have an intent to do certain activities on a day-to-day basis. Certainly I talk about many optimal behaviors for the entrepreneur in the productivity program. And if for whatever the reason may be, they feel like they are procrastinating on those activities, then there's some kind of incongruence in their subconscious mind that doesn't see the relationship between the activity and the vision from a place of flow. When we can identify these interpretations, and we're going to go through the program and be able to do this, then we can change those interpretations. And as those interpretations change at a subconscious level, the person then does those activities. They enjoy doing those activities. And if they need to think about why they're doing the activities, they know why. But a lot of times they'll automatically do those activities. That is somebody who is living with pure intent. When your thoughts, your emotions, your behaviors, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, you are aligned with your vision. And as mentioned, you don't have to be perfect at this. We can use a little bit of willpower if needed, but our goal here is to work with the subconscious, so we won't need to force ourselves or get ourselves to do things as much. Rather, we'll automatically want to do those things because we know those are the things that we need to do. The same is to be said about things that we don't need to do, because there's a lot of things that we might do on the day-to-day journey that is unnecessary, that creates unnecessary complexity in our lives, and uses resources, energy, and so forth in a way that's not effective, efficient. By going through the process of purifying our intent via revelation of our beliefs, we move forward from a place of harmony. Now, There's a distinction between belief and faith that I want to get into. As we go through this program, we're going to look at it from these distinct areas. Faith is complete trust or confidence in something, or as Neville Goddard says, loyalty to the unseen reality. So in other words, you have a vision and you automatically do all the things. You know what you have to do and everything shows up in a harmonious way and you bring forth your vision. That would be a person living in faith. Now, for many of us, including myself, we had a challenge with this, especially when it came to entrepreneurial success and money and so forth, because we had within us a bunch of beliefs that would seem to not allow us to live from a place of faith like that. And we would call these beliefs limiting beliefs because they seem to hold us back. So belief is an acceptance that a statement is true, a lot of times subconscious, and we're looking at subconscious beliefs here, or that something exists either based on past experiences that we've had, our own reference experience, or experiences from others. In other words, we ask others for their opinions about certain things, or we receive information regarding people's opinions on or different experiences or their beliefs about certain elements related to the journey. For example, in sales, maybe you might get a belief that sales is an unethical process of facilitating money. And when we go deeper into it, and maybe you speak to someone who's got success in sales and they've got a good relationship with sales, they'll say sales is a form of fair value exchange. So two different people providing beliefs, and some of them have been providing their beliefs based on their own experiences dealing with salespeople in their past or what they have heard from others. Now we take these beliefs, and as mentioned, we allow, although a lot of times we were not conscious that we were allowing, these beliefs to form our identity. The values and beliefs that we have represent and reveal the self-image or the identity. And if you've got values and beliefs that are not in alignment with the vision, we want to be able to identify these and change them. So faith is void of belief. It's essentially a paramount, in a way we could call it a belief, complete trust and confidence in something without actually knowing how, when, why, and all those details. Those things show up on the journey. They reveal themselves. Belief, on the other hand, is something that we accumulate on the journey. Even as I'm sharing this content with you, infused in here is my beliefs. Because when we have conversations, when you watch videos, you read books, you listen to people talk about their experiences in life, be it on videos or movies or anywhere, classrooms, infused in what they're teaching a lot of times is their own beliefs about the particular element that they are discussing. And some of these beliefs we enjoy and we want to relate to, and they're in relation to our vision, and some of these beliefs might not be. Now we want to be more discerning so that we can identify the beliefs within ourselves and change them as needed. The key is as needed. You don't have to change all your beliefs around. You're interested in changing the beliefs around that create the unnecessary complexity and inner resistance regarding environments, behaviors, capabilities in relation to your vision. Now, as we change these attributes through the process discussed in the program, what we'll notice is that we will change. The self-image specifically will change. The identity is, you could say, invisible, stored in, or you could say part of it is the body, as in the body is the instrument of the mind, because once the subconscious mind changes, how you behave and how you think, which will be thinking from certain paradigms, which is a multitude of beliefs or self-image, will be different. And how you emotionally integrate will also be different. Perhaps if a person feels a great deal of inner suffering when they get rejected in sales, they identify certain beliefs that they had, which they may have heard from others or their past, that seems to make them feel that when they get rejected, that they are not good enough, that the person is rejecting them, as in the person rather than the offer. They take it, we say, very personally, and it hurts. Emotionally, it hurts. It creates, maybe for some of us, a sense of anxiety, stress, and so forth. Now, when we change the relationships, and we'll go through examples of these particular interpretations that we're giving, which are the beliefs, you can see how it's distinct from faith. What happens is we then move into, and we change it more into a positive belief. Then what happens is we move into an interaction with sales, and if we get rejected, we don't take it personally, or we take it less personally. And instead we see it as optimization data, something that we can optimize. So our intent is to bring forth our vision. The desire that we have is to bring forth our vision. It stimulates the vision. And our intent is we want to purify on the journey to the realization of our vision. And as we do it, we become more faithful. And also, we identify the limiting beliefs and we change the limiting beliefs, which, again, are usually based on past experiences, experiences from others. And always remember, as stated, beliefs from another person may or may not be true to you and your vision. For example, someone might believe that the way to earn money is to be an entrepreneur. Another person may believe the way to earn money is to work a well-paying job. Another person might believe the way to earn money is through investment. Another person might believe the way to get money is to receive it in large sums in the most unexpected ways. Those are beliefs that facilitate the experience that the person has on how they receive. And one of the things we want to be fascinated by when it comes to beliefs is the beliefs is what's molding the journey to the realization of our vision. So when we reprogram, or as I call it, build a relationship with the subconscious and identify limiting beliefs and change them, we notice a more harmonious flow-based journey to the destination because the beliefs are playing out as theater when it comes.
All right, we're going to end it here. Beliefs playing out in theater. Very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. So we'll make this part two the next part. These are so important. And notice how it breaks up faith and belief, and how beliefs are influential and how faith is influential with our vision and the harmony of that vision. Faith is something that is complete loyalty, you don't question it. Beliefs, though, acceptance that a statement is true or that something exists. So there's kind of a breaking up of the two categories, and he explains that a little bit. But as we get more into this, I'm sure that's going to be more magnified, the difference. All right, Roger Warner from Billings, Montana. This is Joseph Rodrigues. This is his third video on working with your subconscious, part one. Good day. Look at his program. Very, very well done. Very articulate. Very powerful in its scope. Good day. Use it and have your subconscious work for you, not against you. Good day.